Hey everyone, and happy Valentine's Day. I have a couple things going on this weekend, which I'm sure most of you know, but I'll just kind of mention real quick. Obviously, a lot of sales going on. It's definitely a weekend where a lot of people obviously want to jump in and sort of take advantage of the holiday, but specifically a lot of the movie companies have some actually really nice sales going on. I also kind of want to mention, originally, I must admit, I was going to do a list of some of my favorite horror films that sort of fall under, what could be semi Valentine's Day ish, not so much like on the day, but specifically sort of like, a heavy love story involved. But honestly, unfortunately, I didn't have time to compile that list. May not be a bad idea to compile it anyway, maybe just doing a completely separate video, but I'm going to mention one, just because, so I mentioned something. Now, as much as I hate to say this, I am in a little bit of a time crunch, so I'm just going to move right through some of this stuff. So as far as the sales go, all right, let's see. We have Scream Factory, Vinegar Syndrome, Severin, I think has a sale. I'll get to them in a moment, and Arrow, both UK and US, also digital. So, some of their digital, I know like on like Apple, for example, I think a lot of their stuff is on sale, but also regular movies on their website. And again, UK and US. As far as Scream Factory goes, which is obviously on the Shout Factory website, Love is in the Scare sale, which they do, I believe they've done every year, if I'm not mistaken. There are more than 140 titles up for sale, and some, when does it go through? It goes through February 24th. Actually kind of a long-running sale, so that's good. I took a quick look, and honestly, there was actually a couple titles I might get. I was, kind of scrolling, I got that. I don't need that right now. But that's actually a couple, so it's worth checking out, especially, obviously, if you missed out on some. As I mentioned, the Arrow sale is also going on now through February 17th. Again, another one I took kind of a quick look through, and a couple of temptations for me, a couple titles I've not picked up yet. So I definitely want to kind of, money. Jeez. I'm going to be a little careful with these sales, but yeah, I'll kind of see. If anything really, really jumps out at me, I think I should probably just get it. And Vinegar Syndrome has their Valentine's Day sale going on. Now, theirs is the shortest out of all of them. It goes through the 16th. And that one does have a fair amount of stuff on sale. I think a lot of it 50% off, and a couple of them even more than that. And they also have some merch for the weekend. I don't know if it's going to be there all or if it's only for the weekend. 2 shirts and a sticker sheet. So first up, a cinematograph. Stop saying that too fast. I fell in love with cinematograph. Anyway, t-shirt for $28. The other t-shirt is Vinegar Syndrome Press, which is Sex World Sex Bot shirt for $27. And then finally, a Valentine's glitter sticker sheet for $10. And again, there are a lot of older titles that are up for sale this weekend. And it is a mix, not just Vinegar Syndrome, but some of the partner labels as well. And then next up is Severin Films. Now, that doesn't look like they actually have a sale going on, but they did have some new movies up for pre-order, which I believe are coming out in May. So I'm not going to go super into detail with these. I'll probably wait for another video. But just real quick, it is, let's see, 2 movies and a box set. First up for pre-order for $26 is a Blu-ray release of the movie Entertaining Mr. Sloan. And that is, just as a heads up, it is going to be region A locked. But it does have a nice assortment of extras, and it does have a new transfer from the original negative. Next up is a release of the movie In My Skin. Now that's going to have 2 separate releases. One a 4K release, and then the other one you can get the Blu-ray separately. So the Blu-ray on its own is $21, and then the 4K version is $38. And the 4K set does come with both the 4K version, obviously, and the Blu-ray version as well, because I think majority of the extras are on the Blu-ray. But it does have a new 4K transfer from the original camera negative. It does have a lot of features, and the Blu-ray, luckily, is region-free. And then finally from Severin is a box set. It is indeed the House of Psychotic Women Rarities Collection Volume 2 for pre-order for $70. And that does have, it's a 4-disc Blu-ray box set. And luckily, as far as I could tell, all the Blu-rays in this set are region free. Like I said, I am going to hold off on details for another video, but just real quick, the movies that are included are Butterfly Kiss from 1994, Morgiana from 1972, I'm pronouncing that okay, The Savage Eye from 1959, and then finally The Glass Ceiling from 1971. And again, a lot of extras on each of these discs. And then finally, because it's Severin, you do have two bundles. One of them is the Love Gone Mad bundle, limited to 450. That's up for pre-order for 133. And then finally, the Loves of the Damned bundle, limited to 200, up for pre-order for $159. So the Love Gone Mad bundle comes with the House of Psychotic Women box set, as well as In My Skin, the 4K version, and a House of Psychotic Women mystery board game. So how about that? And then the Loves of the Damned bundle comes with all three movies, House of Psychotic Women box set, the In My Skin, the 4K set, plus entertaining the Blu-ray, Entertaining Mr. Sloan, an Entertaining Mr. Sloan acrylic keychain, as well as the House of Psychotic Women mystery board game. So a couple of fun extras in that one. So yeah, so that's it for Severin for this weekend. Obviously some nice stuff up for pre-order. And again, I believe all these are set for May. And there are other sales going on, especially from some of the online stores that a lot of us buy stuff from. I mean, just Amazon, but even some of the other stores. So worth checking out to see if anyone's got a sale going on. And even some of the t-shirt companies, I believe, all have sales going on this weekend. Fright Rags, Cavity Colors, and Gutter Garbs. And actually the one who's really knowledgeable about horror t-shirts is Morbid Matsky, who, again, I recommend his channel, his YouTube channel before, and I recommend it again. A great channel. Matt's a great guy, and yeah, he definitely knows his horror t-shirts. And just to wrap up this video on this Valentine's Day, obviously, probably the most obvious recommendation would be My Bloody Valentine, which, yeah, because of the name, that obviously fits and does take place on Valentine's, but also, in my opinion, it's also one of the best slashers ever made, so it kind of works out both ways. And the funny thing when it comes to, you know, love stories and horror, there's so many. I mean, it's the kind of thing where, like, if you kind of scroll through, like, all of our collections, you know, there's a good chance that most of the horror films probably have some kind of love story associated with it. I know one of my favorites actually has always been The Fly, David Cronenberg's The Fly, which is very interesting. I know it may sound weird initially, but I saw David Cronenberg say something a long time ago, and it kind of always stuck with me, where he says one of the things he loves about the horror genre is you can kind of tell almost any story you want, especially ones about the human condition, that if you told them in a dramatic sense, like, no one probably would be interested. And The Fly is a perfect example, because on a very, very basic level, if you think about it, it's two people who meet and fall in love, and then one of them gets some sort of, you know, disease, terminal disease and stuff, and then it's, you know, a rocky relationship until unfortunately one of them does decide to, in essence, sort of euthanasia the one who's sick. Technically that's actually the story, and you know, if you had it where, again, it was just a dramatic film, or maybe, like, you know, he got cancer or something like that, I mean, I would probably watch it once, but it's not a movie I would go back to constantly. But again, you change the aspect of it, and the disease is just a guy turning into a giant fly, and you add all those horror elements to it, and again, it's obviously a movie that a lot of us, you know, love and go back to. I know for me, God, I can't tell you how many times I've watched it in my lifetime. But again, if you kind of break away stuff, the basic story is that, and that's kind of one of the beauties about the horror genre. Probably maybe not a good recommendation for Valentine's Day, considering the ending, but still, I'm just sort of talking in a general sense. Anyway, I wanted to actually put together a list, but I didn't have the time for it. I don't want to make excuses either. So anyway, just that's it for this video on this Valentine's Day. I hope all of you have a good Valentine's Day and a Valentine's Day weekend, whether or not you have someone in your life or you don't, or just, you know, kind of want to just celebrate all the sales going on. It all works. Anyway, enough rambling on my part. So, so that's it for this video. Happy Valentine's Day. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.